Hey, 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 hey. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, I am Queen, the first guest. I need everybody to hold on so I can share this show to Facebook and Twitter. And I've got a friend, and I want to talk about her. But let me share the show. Now, Karen, just get them a little history of yourself as I share this show.
Wow. Okay. Well, my name is Karen C. Mcelrath. I've a history of myself. I've always been an individual that enjoys people, and that prompted me to be a motivational speaker and a public speaker. And it also prompted me to become a certified professional life coach because I believe that people are great. Some of them just don't know it yet. So they need all the help they can get to find their true selves. I love traveling. I miss my husband. He died, passed away 4 years ago. And I have a fantastic family and support system and look forward to meeting different people every day.
Hey, the only males cruise. So we have two people. This is I Am Queen. She is a great supporter. Um, and OCOV stands for One Color, One Voice. And then we got the only male cruise. And she's also a advocate um, for R. Kelly.
Okay.
I don't hate anybody. Hey, Meta, this is the guy I was telling you I met Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Meta Association. He is a speaker working with the youth.
Excellent.
So, and then hey, we got Mr. K Judah. You see the comments?
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm sharing the show, and what I want to say is Karen Mcelrath. We work together
Mm-hmm.
at Honeywell. Now, I want to tell you what I knew she was about her blackness.
Ha!
She worked for the top people, the higher echelons there. And Karen had a picture of Cleopatra, Black Cleopatra. Remember that?
Yes.
I knew she was about it. And I knew then, I said, oh, yep. She letting these people know Cleopatra was black.
That's correct.
And so I knew I was going to um, be a lifelong friend of mine. So I have up here, including you. Now I want you to tell the audience because I'm going to give you the show.
Okay.
I want you to tell the audience what including you is about.
Okay. Well, Including You Incorporated is an organization that started around 2017. And it's the brainchild of Julia Alexander, some other people, Candace Wheeler, Shara Stovall, Janet Howard, Isaiah Williams, Pat Mead, myself, Kenneth Alexander, Antoine White, Early Coleman, and Bill Chanel. We have been the core members and we were the founding members starting back in 2017, 2018. Our goal is to, like it says on the picture, to empower, inspire, and educate. These core values enhance the self-esteem of a spirited Joliet community. We are a nonprofit organization who supports other nonprofit organizations. To give you an example, and we do this by having an annual family fun festival. Our fun festival this year is going to be Saturday, July 30th, 2022, Joliet City Center downtown, and it is a great time. Live entertainment, a kids zone, food vendors, product vendors, a variety of things for you to do and to see and to get to enjoy being out there and being together. We have had the pleasure of giving partial proceeds to other nonprofit organizations. The Will Grundy Medical Center in 2018, we gave them over $3,000. Redeem Connections in 2018, we gave them over $2,000. The Boys and Girls Club of Joliet in 2019 and Forest Park Community Center, $3,000 each. We also, for 2021, gave Big Brothers Big Sisters and National Hookup of Black Women Male Performing Arts $4,000 each. Now understand, this is not possible without the community's support, without donations, without sponsorships. We try to donate as much money as we can and just leave a little operating expenses for the next year. So we have to raise this money every year to support each other. It's friendly, it's safe, it's just a great time for all. And now this year's 2022 recipients is going to be Bad News Baseball Academy and the Salvation Army Joliet Corps. Including you is about including you. We want to include those people who are on a positive mindset. We don't have time for haters. If you want to be a hater, stay home. We are here. We're here for the positive aspect of everyone's life. You know, it gets old to always be talked about negatively or always taking negatively about another organization. Why not look and find the good in every situation that you have? And that's what including you does. Now, yes, including you has a primarily Black board. Take that back. We're all Black board, but we accept all people to the festival because can't we all just get along? We have to be able to live amongst each other because society or them, whoever they might be, want us to fight, want us to hate, want us to down each other so we don't see what we're missing. So including you is helping to bring people together to support other organizations. And I'm just so proud to be a member of that.
And I am so proud to know you.
Well, thank you.
You have been a great friend, you know.
Many years, Darlene, many years.
Many years.
Mm-hmm.
Many years. You know, I can always call her. We might not talk for a year. But
that's
what
true.
Now, Meta Organization, he put in there is a nonprofit in need of something like this. So, you can like connect with her maybe on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what I do for my channel. That's why I interview people from all over.
Yeah, because a nonprofit is definitely in need for something like this. Nonprofits, when you get to specific nonprofit, we are here to help others. Okay, I don't make a dime, you know, as far as that goes. A lot of nonprofits need this money, especially recovering from COVID. These grants aren't easy to come by. The funds aren't easy to come by. And we need to support each other in this manner, in my opinion.
And I want to say this about Karen. Everything Karen talked about doing, she's doing it.
Yeah, I have done some things.
She always said she wanted to see women get together. She wanted to inspire people. Now, as I was moving to Little Rock, Arkansas, Karen and her husband, Donnie, may he rest in peace because they always treated me well and with respect.
Mm-hmm.
They were opening the first Black bar on the west side of Joliet. It was Miss Camille's Variety Club. Now, can you tell the audience what was that like to open the first Black bar on the west side of Joliet? Which is like the west side of Joliet was primarily, you know, you didn't have too many. Well, you didn't have any Black clubs out there.
Mm-hmm.
So just tell us how that was.
Well, it was a challenge. Now, it wasn't just my husband and I. My brother, Andre Gaines, and his wife, Valerie Gaines, they were involved. Donnie's Uncle Troy and a friend of ours, Marguerite Sylvia, they were also involved with the creation of Miss Camille's Variety Club. So it did take a group effort to get it going as far as that goes. But the concept was mine. It was a challenge in the way that it was an experience to be involved in the racism directly. But now, and there were challenges, there were untruths done, there were things, and I'm not going to go into a lot of the political aspects of it, but I will say that it was a challenge. But the main thing about Miss Camille's Variety Club is we were able to establish long-lasting friendships from it. And I will never regret doing it. I had some great times, I had some trying times, I had some sad times. But the main thing, I never regret doing it, because it was a dream that I had. And if you don't strive for your dreams, whether they come and go, you at least have to try. So we tried, and we had a great time doing it. So right. I don't regret having Miss Camille's Variety Club one bit. Some fantastic people I've met.
And see, that's great, because whatever your dreams is, like she said, she tried, she did it.
Absolutely. And I didn't look at it as a failure. I looked at it as a learning opportunity. Mm-hmm. And just move on from there and just go on to bigger and better things. Yes. And that helped me start my KMC Business Communications, where I'm a motivational public speaking and a certified professional life coach. That really has helped me inspire people, let people know how great they are, what great things they can achieve in their life. And that makes me feel good. I've been involved with the Bicentennial Park. We had the Women's Conference. That has been fantastic. Inspiring people, letting them know. Do you realize, Darlene, how many people talk themselves out of so many great things in life? Whether it's because it's written in a magazine somewhere, whether it's because their parents told them because they were raised differently. No matter what the reason, we talk ourselves out of it, even though deep inside, that's what we desire to do. Go for it. It's not going to do it one step at a time. It's amazing how good you feel. And with me being a motivational speaker, I don't do it just for you guys. It makes me feel good too. So if I feel good and you feel good, we can achieve anything. But we are born and taught to hate each other. We are born and taught to down each other. We are born and taught to gossip about one another, not support one another. We have to change that, and only we can change it.
And coming from a small town in Joliet, we need so many positive vibes.
Yes.
Many vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Many vibes.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the ones that are trying, give them credit for it. I mean, what I find, Darlene, sometimes is the ones that are criticizing you are the ones that don't know what to do, are the ones that are afraid to do it, the ones that are fearful of doing it. So all they can do is criticize you or condemn you or tell you what you can't do. And no one has the right to do that but you. Mm-hmm. And you got to learn how to tell yourself, I can and I will.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't let people define me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, my focus is on trying to see my parents and all of my loved ones. But man can't define me.
No. Only you can. Only you can define me.
Mm-hmm. Being a life coach, would you explain to people what being a life coach is?
Certainly, I would enjoy that. Being a life coach is different than being a mentor or a counselor. A life coach is an individual that helps you set your own goals. See, I cannot tell you what to do. If I tell you what to do, well, then if it doesn't work, then it's my fault. A life coach lets you work through your goals. You set the agenda. You determine what your goals will be. And a life coach is there to support you. Whether you miss the mark, you come back and try it again. A life coach is someone that is about listening. And I have confidentiality agreements because people are so worried about telling their business. I don't do that. I don't need to do that. My main focus is making you do the be the best that you can be for yourself first. Because if you can't take care of yourself first, how are you going to take care of your children, your husband, your parents, what have you? If you have that inner dread inside you. And I understand a lot of things are taught, a lot of things are learned, but in your soul, in your mind, you know it can be better. You know it has to be better. And you don't have, and a life coach stays with you throughout the duration. So you can release some of the things that are holding you back and get them out, whether you write them down in a journal, whether you discuss them, verbally, whatever you need to do. And you set the tone and the place that we meet. You can meet over the phone. We can meet by video. We can even meet personally, depending on who you are. Because I know now some of y'all out there. No, I'm just saying we set the tone on how we meet. So that's what a life coach does. I'm about you living your life and supporting you during that journey.
Yeah, because I tell this to people. All of us got some issues.
Yes.
None of us are no better than the other.
That's correct.
Together, we can become a team,
mm-hmm.
and we can become so powerful.
Oh, yes.
As one unit.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I ain't jealous of nobody.
Mm.
The mistakes I've made in my life, I own up to them. I look at them as learning experience.
Absolutely, yes.
Mm-hmm. And we've all been through something.
Yes, we have.
Thank God for allowing me to be here.
Yes.
Surviving breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Twice.
Yes. Absolutely.
Twice.
I mean, yes, twice.
I couldn't walk.
Mm-hmm.
At one time.
I am so proud of you. You have been determined, and you've never given up, and that's what it is. You never should give up. And then, when you think about it, why would we criticize and condemn someone for something went on in their life that you have no control over?
Exactly.
Control your life.
Nobody control me.
That's correct.
And so I can only control me.
Absolutely.
Now, this is what I have learned. Hold on to Mel Cruz. I'm going to drop my Facebook link. Did you want me to drop Karen's Facebook link too? Because she said, okay. So hold on. I'm going to find both our links and put them in the shows. But yeah, I'm only responsible for me.
Absolutely.
And one thing I've learned is I can sit up and I can preach.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say how our families were so different back then.
Mm-hmm.
Family looked out. I come from a family, we had barbecues, we was all close.
Yes.
Now, what I had to learn is everybody wasn't like that. A lot of things. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't make them any different.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I go through some rough patches sometimes. I miss my family. Mm-hmm. My mom, my cousin Kim, my uncle Fit. Mm-hmm. We were all traveling buddies.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. I am no different from the regular human being out here. Mm-hmm. I have issues like everybody else do.
Well, you know what, Darlene, I'm going to tweak that a little bit. You are different than other human beings because you recognize and realize who and what you are and whose you are. You have recognized and that you don't have to be downtrodden. You don't have to be tread upon. You don't have to be hated. You don't have to be criticized. It's like what Les Brown said once, the motivational speaker, Les Brown. Mm-hmm. He said, we allow the bad guys to work harder. They work hard. They work hard on making sure the videos are so raunchy and disrespectful that they're played. For example, Mario Van Peebles, before he made his Western, He went back to the producers and he wanted to do the Western movies. Well, they told him, no, just go back and do one of them drug movies. They like those. They like those. What we watch, what we listen to, how many times can you find something positive on television? How many times can you find something positive in these games that you let your children play? So they are surrounding us with violence, with hate, with disappointment. And we have a lot. You very seldom see all the prosperous people there are. They don't show you that on the news or in the media. And then there's so
Oh,
much, they
right,
don't show you that. That's why we have to find it out for ourselves and spread the word, letting them know how great they are.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, look at the screen. There is a question for you.
Okay.
Read it.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Yes. It's a mindset. I would say there is typical a mindset. Well, I can't. You can't. If you take the can'ts out of your conversation, how great would you be? Typically, your reinforcements in the media, in the radio, from people, in the magazines is not positive. That's not what they print. So typically, even coming from school, the schools aren't really geared. This is Karenology. This is my opinion. This is Karenology. The schools don't teach you how to open a bank account and save some money. They used to at one time. I used to have home ec, but they took all those things out of the school. I used to attend a Black history class, and when I was in high school, well, where's that now? It's typical. The typical thing is not believing that you can do it. The believing that you're not capable, but you are.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on the typical response. Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody, just to bring y'all up to date, this is a good friend of mine, Karen Mcelrath, who has been a person in my life. We work together. She has been a great person to have as a friend. We don't talk all the time, but I can call her up.
That's right.
And I've come to supported her events. And now Karen is a motivational speaker and a life coach. And she's a co-founder with a few more people from Joliet, Illinois. And this is the organization, including you. Now, what was it like taking care of your husband when he was dying? May Donnie rest in peace. Oh, y'all, let me tell you something. This girl right here, honey, they had a house off Essington. They had 5 bathrooms in that house.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
The
did.
house was so big. I mean, living room, dining room, 5 bathrooms, a basement
Well,
where they were able to have a party and have a live band in the basement.
and
So,
Darlene, excuse me for interrupting, but this also gives you an understanding of how people want to categorize you. Now, my husband, Donnie, he had a great job, a good job at ComEd for many years. He worked there 42 years. And when we bought our home, his Caucasian counterparts would say, hey, how can you afford to buy that home? But yet still he works right next to you, making the same amount of money. Hey, how come you take a full week's vacation, not just a day here, a day here? Because we know what we're doing and what we want to do. I was married to my husband for 32 years, and taking care of him. Well, my husband was a stubborn man, and all I could say is I had to have my place to go into another room and pray, because it wasn't about me. It was about him. because he was so angry that he was going to die. And he knew he was going to die from, stage 4 stomach cancer. So that's something to deal with. So I have to not, I would find time. I'd go into my closet and woosah, but it was all about him, making him comfortable and seeing what he wanted to do, and until that last time came. When he was in the hospital, the doctor said, just take him home for hospice. And he wanted to come home. He did not want to pass away in the hospital. So I brought him home at 4:00. He died at 11. He just wanted to come home. And I had no challenge with that whatsoever. So it wasn't, of course it wasn't a piece of cake, but I was able to talk to him as his spirit left his body. And it was for the both of us. It was a challenge, but that's something, to me, a wife and a friend should do.
Okay. Yeah, because I was stunned. I didn't even know Donnie was passing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I remember we had a funeral, and I was ushering it when I was attending Prayer Tower, and I came down there to, the funeral. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, all the Joliet was there.
Yeah, he had a
Donnie
good
was
send-off.
a
Mm-hmm.
well-known guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad that you have been able to still keep going and still keep moving, because being with somebody, that long.
Well, see, Darlene, no disrespect, but I didn't die. Okay,
Uh,
and that's what people need to understand. When your
right.
loved one passes, that doesn't mean you pass with them. Would they want that? But what I want that. You know, I'm still living, and I'm still need to live a life that's a good life, that's an honest life. Yes, I'm human. Ooh, Lord knows I'm human, and I make
Yeah.
mistakes. But I can't die
Yes.
along with you. I still have to
Hello.
live until God takes me home.
Let me call and see. I'll call you right back on doing the show. Okay. Okay. And I wish I could have had that attitude that you had. They died, but you didn't.
That's
Because
right.
I have not been able to handle any deaths well.
We're all gonna die, darling, and every one of us is going to die. That's in our DNA, each and every person. And that's one of the things I respect about my mother. She'll be 92 in May. And when my grandmother's alive, we discuss death. We discuss what will happen, what should happen, because it is inevitable. You cannot get away from it. And some people don't know when it's going to happen. Some of it happens sooner or unexpectedly with tragic accidents and things like that. We are all going. So prepare for it. Prepare your family for it. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it. It's a fact of life. So I'm saying, you bless that person. You remember the great times you had with them. You tell the stories of when they did this and they did that, and you laugh about those stories, and you keep their memory strong in you, and know that they want you to move on and be the best person that you can be.
Yeah, see, and Karen, you want to read the comment?
Yeah, I just saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
Karen speak like my mom. She's been preparing us mentally for years, just letting us know it's going to happen one day. That is so true.
Well, see, and this is what I'm saying. I wasn't taught that. We never talked about death. I thought everybody was gonna live forever.
Yeah,
So these are things, that we should start talking about. And I
absolutely.
always say we need to talk about death in the Black community,
Yes.
and we
Hmm.
don't.
We
But
need to have insurance policies. We don't need fundraisers, a Facebook fund, GoFundMe to bury your child, your parents, your sister, your brother. We as a people, and Karenology again, need to learn how to be more financially secure. We need to understand what the importance of having an insurance policy is, what the importance of saving money is, what the importance of investing money is. That is very important. You can march on Washington. You can march anywhere you want to. You can shoot whoever you want to. But until you get into their pocket, nothing's going to change. Well, I'll take that back. Some things have changed. But when you get into their pocket legally, smart, building up the status. Do you know how many black banks we had? If you go back in African American history, we had our own banks, we had our own towns, we had our own everything. But when they saw that, and when I say they
Right.
destroyed it.
Yeah, we ain't got to go no further.
Right, but they destroyed it. They took it away because they saw how much power and intelligence and strength we have as a people. So it's their job to keep us down.
Right.
And
right.
we can't go for that
because
anymore.
I can say this. One thing my parents did teach me was to respect everybody.
Yes.
And I'm not going to hate anybody over their opinions.
That's true.
And personal views. So you ain't going to get that here.
No. I mean, I'm going to learn from with me. I worked at a lot of I was the only black, is EEOC, whatever. I was a black and a female, so they would hire me. But but what I did is I took that as an opportunity, and I watched and I learned and I, learned what they did and how they did it. So then when it comes to my world, I know what I need to do. So I'm not going to say, I'm the only, I'm the only black person here and they don't treat me nice. They don't go to lunch with me. I need to learn how to do it. My husband and I used to go to the yacht shows. If someone is building a $10 million yacht, somebody is buying a $10 million yacht. How do they do it? That's what we need to learn. Oh, there's a post here. My grandma told us that when she passed, no crying, we would have a celebration because she was home having her milk and honey. All right. And I know she was watching over me. That is so true.
Yeah, see, we didn't talk about it. My mother and them, they didn't prepare us. So it was very shocking. But, we did. I mean, my mother found out she had lung cancer and she was gone in 4 months.
Wow.
And so it was a good time. Good time. I mean, but I still wasn't prepared.
Well, and then now you can start discussing with your son.
Yeah.
So he can be
prepared. I do. I tell my son all the time. And I got insurance on him. And me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll never see them have a fundraiser for me and then folks show up at the funeral with T-shirts and the funeral director looking like, well, I thought they didn't have money. No.
Okay. Yeah. 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 I mean, there's a right and a wrong way to do things, and we've lost a connection. We're almost losing an entire generation, and this is the generation that is going to be in charge of our senior years.
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's right.
Hello?
Sorry about that, Karen. I was going because I'm running the show through the Truth Radio and then on Twitter, and I was trying to see if anybody had commented.
Oh, okay. Okay,
so you can continue on.
Okay, now see, that's a shame. What was I saying? Well, and another thing, and this might sound a little unique for people, is funerals are for the living. So, be conscientious of, yes, it's good to give a person a good send-off. I mean, I understand that. But now, what I didn't do, love my husband from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. I didn't like, for example, rent a limo. People have their own cars. I use that money to buy his urn because I had him cremated.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, think about what you're spending when you're putting that loved one down. Okay. And then after all this is over with, what do you have left? Because you are still living.
Right. Because, we just get enough insurance money for the funeral and the burial. We don't get the big policies that we should have. So that's what they do. They get big policies.
They get policies and they have the money left over.
And they pay those policies faithfully every month,
every month.
like they're paying a car note.
And it should be. It's just as important as your house note,
Right.
your rent.
I mean, and they pay this for years.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how a lot of them have come up.
And you can get the policies where you can invest in, where you create a savings within the policy. There are different ways you can do, and they are affordable. You know, if you're talking to the right person. I mean, I know, you know, a really good insurance agent that she's honest. Her name is Georgina Rutledge, but she's honest and she's thorough, and she makes sure you get the best deal with her. Before I moved from my old house, I had a policy. I had her check, and she said, "No, Karen, you keep that policy. It's better than mine." Okay, because of the size of the house and everything. So she was honest with me. And this was not, you know, she could have told me all kinds of things to generate business. So that's what I like about us being honest with each other. Quit trying to trick each other into something or swindle each other into something. Because in the bottom line, what you think about and what goes around comes around. So when you can't figure out why your life is not doing what it wants to do, who did you misuse? Who did you cheat? Who did you lie to? Because it can come back at you. It might not be tomorrow, but you got to be careful when it's coming. So to me, Karenology, it's best to try to do the right thing. Now, yeah, and I don't always do the right thing, but I still try and still work on it. And each and every one of you can do that too. That's my comment.
Yeah. So let's learn not to gossip about each other,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
about
Absolutely.
things that are not true.
Mm-hmm.
We do that too much.
How do we know if it's true?
Right. Because if we know it's true, because I remember I tell people when they would call me and try to talk about somebody, well, was you there?
There you go. Excellent question. Yes.
Was you there?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to hear it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I don't want to hear it.
No. Nope. I mean, yes,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. This is what I'm trying to do now. I am. Do you have that? I'm getting ready to send you our links. I'm on. Uh, Karen, she wants to know. Can you share that?
Well, how do I do that? Do
I
just put it in the chat thing or what?
Yeah,
What do I do?
Put it in the chat, then I can copy and paste it.
Okay, let me find her information.
And I'm getting ready to send you our profiles on Facebook. My goal is you know, hey, I like everybody. I don't care from all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you did in your past. You know, I don't have to you don't have to answer to me.
Right.
You know, I'm just concerned about where we going now. I'm the type of person, I'm a friend, I'm going to be there with you to the end.
To the end. Whenever, darling, whenever you call me up, look, I'm calling you back. You know you can't get the number right, no. I am calling you back.
Yeah. And I'm sort of very demanding sometimes. Like, no, I need to talk to you right now.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right now.
That's okay.
Because I need somebody to keep my ass calm right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Tanya 89 Free Out Kelly. We are going to trust the process. I have faith of a mustard seed. But, you know. So hold on. I'm trying to find our links to share. And did you want to give some positive vibes for the audience?
I would love to.
And make a closing statement, unless there's anything else that you want to talk about.
No, ma'am. I would love to. I just want to tell each and every person that's listening now and in the future that you are great. You are loved. You are fantastic. Make the effort to find yourself, to love yourself, to respect yourself. And as you go out and see someone else that's doing something you don't like, get that negative thought out of your mind. So you don't want to, it's like what Della Reese once said, your life starts out as a clear tube. And you can see straight to God, straight to goodness, straight to prosperity. But then your kids mess up. The boss mess up. Somebody cut you off in traffic. And that tube is clogged shut. And you can't see where you're going. Open that tube up. Eliminate that negativity. And see how great you are. Thank you.
We are all great individuals.
Yes. Yes,
I
we are.
respect everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I will not hate anybody over their opinions or views. Whatever higher power you serving, that's your choice.
Absolutely.
I respect that,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
because at at the end of the day, like I don't have time to sweat the small stuff no more.
No. It's a waste of time and energy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I, I'm trying to educate and empower people, and then I want to talk to breast cancer survivors.
Yes.
I had a group before, and we used to meet at everybody's house,
Mm-hmm.
and so unfortunately we lost one person, Pam Alexander. May she rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start that support group.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, and because it's scary. Three
Yes.
generations of breast cancer
Mm-hmm.
in my family, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't carry the gene. I took the pill for 5 years, and it still came back.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I had cancer, the radiation damaged my body so bad. Well, I've got a few little problems from that,
Mm-hmm.
but hey, I'ma still keep on going.
That's right. Absolutely.
It might take me a whole lot of time to get dressed now to look beautiful. But baby, when I'm coming out this house, I'm gonna be looking like the beautiful star that my daddy
Absolutely.
told me that I was.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Man can't
Absolutely.
define me.
That's correct. That is correct. We can define each other and ourselves. We can't define each other. We have to define ourselves. I know that I'm a good person. I love myself. And that's not being conceited. We were taught, oh, that's being conceited. I love myself. And I want that love to show through everywhere, to everyone. When you walk into my house, I want you to feel loved. When I see you walking down the street, I want you to feel love. I want it to emanate from me so it goes inside of you. You know, so, oh, shine bright like the diamond you are, big cousin. Some Facebook users say that.
Yeah, I don't know who did that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
That's nice.
and yeah.
That's cool. That's
So
okay. All right.
let's see. Did anybody have any questions that they want to ask or any statements? I'm gonna have to put our names in here. Mel Cruz. I am Darlene April. Um, oh, hey, Naya. Yes, I love Naya. Um, I am Darlene April. I have a page you can follow. That page has the picture of Rob and my mother. Then I also have a regular Darlene April and then DJ April Showers. And then, Karen, how did you want people to get in touch with you? Let me see. You put in a private chat. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. Um, and also, now these people they offer their services. Now remember now too, you know, when we go to the hospital or we go to the doctor, we have to pay them.
Mm.
So
Speak. That's so true.
And so
Mm-hmm.
when you have somebody that's getting ready to invest their time in you and help you, then you need to pay them as well.
That
That's
is so
another
true.
thing.
That yes. Oh my God, darling, you hit the nail on the head. I used to do typing out of my home, and I have people coming to my house 9 o'clock at night, needing something early in the morning. Then I give them the price, and they'd want to argue with me. I said, "Well, did you ask InstiPrint? What did you argue with them? Do you argue with the other printing place and typing place down the road? So why would you argue with me? I'm
Right,
providing a service." So you are so true, and that's something we always want. Because I'm black, give me a discount. Do you? No, we have to support each other.
right, right. And I used in some obituaries I still do, but you know, you don't want the funeral home charging 500, and if I'm asking you for 200, you think that's too high?
Mm,
Man, get out of here.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You have
Then
to
you
support.
making changes at the last minute,
Mm,
changing this, changing that.
mm-hmm.
I could be to send it to the printer, and I gotta say, hold the presses.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. So we have to. We're learning. You know what? Why won't? I'm not. I'm going to stop saying what we have to do. I will say that is what we will do. I'm claiming success for anyone listening now and in the future. I'm claiming success and understanding, and for that light bulb to go on in your head, say, is that why this is not working right? And look in the mirror, be the man in the mirror, and see how you're contributing negatively or positively. They don't get exactly. They don't get a discount for Michael Jordan. That's true. You don't get a discount. Nope. Mm-mm.
yeah.
So we can do this,
And,
people.
and,
We can
and
come
all
together
of
and do
my
this.
life, I have hung around positive people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, positive people, people that want to see the best for me, and I want
Absolutely.
to see the best for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank
Absolutely.
you, Karen, for coming on this show today.
I enjoyed it immensely, darling. I enjoyed it. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to do lunch.
I know, I know. Yeah, I went through, a little dark depression
Mm-hmm. So did
after
I.
having my breast removed. Hello, Carla McWilliams. And I even told people some people I was going through depression. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't care, you know. And so, but I went through a dark spell,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting myself back together.
Yes, you
I
are.
don't think people realize what women, just being a woman, what you go through.
Yeah, that's very true. Mm-hmm.
Just
Very true.
being a woman,
Mm-hmm.
what you have to go through in life and experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, darling, I will. I hate to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
I have a 2:30 meeting I have to get prepared
Okay.
for, or
All
else
right.
we'll sit here and talk for hours and hours.
I
But
know.
I
But we're going to
thank
end
you.
this. That's why I said you already gave your closing
Yes.
statement.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm glad you came on.
Mm-hmm.
Technology is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to send you that app. And everybody have a great day.
Wonderful day.
Remember, you are loved. If nobody never told you you was anything, they'll lie.
Mm,
You number one.
that's right.
Peace
Always.
out,
Peace
April
out.
Showers.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.